been a great investment. We've had the opportunity to interact with several key leaders across our clients in particular, but the ecosystem, so our alliance partners, the agencies, federal government. And I'll tell you, we're getting there when it comes to the integrated story. We think about all the value chains that we support as an enterprise, and it's a molecule story, it's an electron story, it's a manufacturing story, it's a processing story. All those actors are here. Now, they're still learning how to talk to each other. So there's a lot going on to get there. I had the opportunity to get interviewed by S&P Global, had a fantastic conversation about the urgency of need around grid. Was just on a panel with Hitachi and EPRI, had some healthy debate. We are all looking at this problem slightly differently, but we all agree that there's a huge amount of necessity to modernize and orchestrate at a higher level of effectiveness. And ultimately, I love the tension because it's that creates the resilient answers. So when we talk about flexibility, which was the primary topic on this grid panel that I was just discussing, yes, we say there's necessary agency that the grid must create. So that means it needs to be more modern, needs to be digitized, needs to be enabled through artificial intelligence. And so instead of a person controlling the electrons as they flow across that network, it needs to be the machine, right? And a lot of prescriptive, AI-driven orchestration. But at the same time, there's a responsibility at the generation level to think about where you can flex, and at the demand level to think about where it can flex. And so there's flexibility demands everywhere. The other piece of this story is the data center narrative. So when you think about data center infrastructure, you're thinking gas molecules to fire the combined cycle gas turbines or whatever turbine is there, the processing of the models for AI, and then also the industrial water, right? And so the orchestration of all these different asset types and value chains as one integrated set of infrastructure has to be flexible, and not just for a single site, but multiple sites. And so we talked a lot about just that future where we design this so that all of those things can work across multiple data center sites, and frankly, multiple demands from individual households, commercial entities, industrial manufacturers, so that we can become one system.